Blane,
What's up? Can you
brother, you
hear
can
me?
hear? Hey, I can hear you.
Awesomeness.
You ready to have a good time, my friend?
Yes, sir, brother.
All right, let's get down and dirty. Let me open the show first. All right,
All righty.
good deal. All right, everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. That's right, I'm your host, Big L, and I take that original, local, and national music scene and then shove it in your face. Sometimes I might smack you around a little bit. You need to hear it. There is great music all over this wonderful world of all genres, all age groups. And I feel very blessed to be able to bring you the story and the music. So please check out the past shows. We got quite a few of them back there. And of course, the future shows. We are very book solid, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So check out the shows and check out today's show. We got a killer show for you today. But first off, use my three favorite words. Support, support, support. Support your artists. Get out to the gigs. Pay the cover charge if there is a cover charge. Hit that swag table. Pick up the DVDs, the CDs, the albums, the T-shirts, the sweaters, the hats, the keychains, the bumper stickers, the cologne, everything they have. Pick up one of each. Then get your butt up to the stage and rock out and then stay and meet the band afterwards because they love what they're doing, putting a smile on your face, and in return puts a smile on their face. It's great stuff. It is. So I appreciate it. Got, like I said, a great, killer, kick-ass show today. Blane Gilbert's in the house from the band November. Blane, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, brother. Honored to be here with you.
Honored to have you on the show, man. I have been rocking out, brother, to your songs. Amazing.
Well, thank you so much.
Amazing. Now, is it just you, or do I have the guitar player in the house too?
Oh, you just got me. I was trying to get him over here, but he's having to babysit his two boys. He's got two autistic sons, so he spends a lot of time dealing with that.
Yeah, he's very busy then.
Yes,
How about
he
the
is.
other? How about the
And the
well,
bass player, we just got the bass player. He's brand new. I actually knew him at work, but I didn't know he was a hard rocker like we was. So we are
right.
now a power trio.
Man, a lot. So is it just drums, bass, guitar, and vocals? Who's doing
Yes,
vocals?
sir, it is. Yes, sir.
Who's
And
doing
we
the
now,
vocals?
like I said, the bass player is now also our vocalist. So that's a new thing for us.
No shit. All
Yeah,
right. Now,
he's amazing. He's amazing. His name's Gary Wayne Richardson. He rules. What an incredible voice. It's actually taken us 11 years to find someone that can sing our music.
yeah, and I'm going to touch base on each of you here in just a minute because all
Okay.
amazing players. Your music is just thunderous, powerful, and gets you off your seat, man.
Well, you may have noticed that two of our songs were produced by Bo Hill from Rat, Warrant, Winger, Alice Cooper, etc.
I noticed that, and you brought me back in time with the sounds. And you know what we got, ladies and gentlemen, is just some good freaking. I'm going to say fucking rock and roll with metal edge to it.
Fuck yeah.
You brought me back in time, and I'm going to give you what I feel some influences might be with your music.
Cool.
You remember the band Saxon?
Oh yeah, I love Saxon.
Yes, Saxon with a cross of Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
Edge a Priest in there.
Oh yeah.
And of course, Rat.
You hadn't even heard our heaviest songs yet. We're releasing. We signed with Vaughn Artists. They're out of Portland and Tokyo. We signed with them September of last year on my birthday, believe it or not.
Beautiful.
And so we're releasing, singles, and I'm in the process of getting my laptop back because lightning hit me a while back, and it destroyed my computer, but it didn't wipe out the hard drive, but it's an IDE hard drive, so I'm having to build a new box for it just to get everything off of it. So anyway, soon we'll have the album out, and then we got a whole nother album in the can to come after that, and we're writing new material with Gary as we speak.
Beautiful. Now, what year did the band start?
1996.
96, really?
Yes, sir. Back when nobody was doing what we do. We just, we write what comes from the heart. We don't follow trends. So we stick with the 70s, 80s style hard rock, you know what I mean? And there's quite a few bands out there doing it, but I don't think they're doing it quite like we are.
No, and the only band that that I worked with back in the day was in 97 to 99. The band's name was Souls in Common. And you sounded just like them. They just did a fabulous job with their career, just like you're doing.
Well, thank you, bro. And they sound like somebody we'd like to check out because we try to support like-minded artists. You know what I mean? Plus, that's what we listen to.
Appreciate it. Well, we all got a little older and lost our.
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody said we got to stop shooting the horns. Matter of fact, I was just watching Y&T live from M3 about a week ago.
That's that is great. I will send you a PSA I did on my TV show back in the 2000s, and I'll show you. It has some clips of some of the bands on there. And Souls in Common, the problem was I put them out on tour. Lost the drummer to a stripper in Vegas, and the guitar player and bass player had hair to their ass, and then they came back with no hair.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so the tours back then got a little wild.
Sounds like it. Yeah, we had our moments, and we decided we need to actually partying. We've had some issues. We've had a lot of turnaround in the band because of people can't control partying, like I won't mention any names, but our previous singer. And but I put, I always partied and I got a little crazy, but it was always second or third compared to what I had to do. Because after we got signed the first time, we put the band together. We did a record in 96. I shopped it through 97. Into 97, we signed with an English label called Hangus Records out of Rotherham, England. And we had a publishing deal with Warner Chappell. And then our guitar player got a little off on us. And then we got another one who's now the lead guitar player for Al Green, by the way. Then our singer started showing us a couple of things here and there, and we had to get rid of him. And then we got another singer, and we just got rid of him. Well, actually, we've been rid of him quite a while. And now we have Gary playing bass and vocals.
Oh, man. Well, I think the lineup you got now is the lineup. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll believe that. But it's actually the previous singer on this record. And the next record was another singer we had who was also a keyboard player, and we haven't released that because we had some issues with all that, and that's coming out next. And I've actually the most recent song we recorded, I actually wrote and sang on.
Okay, well, that's all right. It's your band.
Well, somebody had to do it, and we, being that our last singer had a 4-octave range, we don't find that every day, and I can hit most of the notes. Plus, like I said, me and the guitar player has been writing everything since 05. But that's about to change with Gary in the band now because he's an amazing player, singer, and writer, and it's going to be interesting once we get out, which won't be too long, hopefully.
Well, good. All right, let me get to the players here. Okay, you kick-ass drummer. Now I'm seeing you're sitting behind what, a 4-piece?
Yeah, at that time. Yeah. That's I play. Well, I used to have a 12-piece, but considering I have to carry everything myself, I kind of cut down to 5. And that's a show we were doing, and they had a rental kit. It was a Yamaha rental kit I was playing.
That's cool because using a single bass, you're probably not even using a speed pedal, probably a single kick, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm pretty much old school, but a lot of people think I'm using 2 because of the way I play. I grew up when my older brother's playing, and they used to rehearse at our house. My parents were cool like that, and they'd leave the drums there, and he had double bass, and I love double bass, so I learned to play double bass. But then when my dad bought me another kit, I'd learned to do so many things double bass on a single that was actually a little bit cooler and more difficult, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go for the extra toms and keep a single.
Yeah,
but I'll do our guitar player, Jonathan, plays drums too, and he's got a double kick set up at his place, so I still get to sit behind the doubles. It's fun, but it's almost like a crutch in a way.
Right. Now, I got to ask this question because you're a heavy fucking hitter, man. Did you have some anger issues when you were young?
Every now and then I still do. I think that comes with any hard rock drummer if you've ever heard Cozy Powell.
I agree with you totally, brother. That's great. I had to ask.
Well, you know what else, though, man? That's also probably the best outlet for being angry because you can hit something as hard as you want and you ain't hurting the soul.
Nope, you're not. You might make some tunes. I love
the only way you'll go to jail is if you wake somebody up late at night. But I live out in the country, so I'm also a union stagehand, so I get home like really late, and I can walk in and play my drums at 5 in the morning. My neighbors rode by one day and went, I said, man, did my drums bother y'all? And they went, you play drums? I went, no, not at all.
You must be hearing something. That's great. Well, I want to give you props for your working for IETSE. I've done some work for IETSE back in the day, too. It's great fun.
I've been with them for over 30 years. We just finished George Strait Stadium show about 2 nights ago.
Did you really? How many semis do you have?
25.
Damn.
That's not counting all the steel and all the pre-production. We used to do the steel and all, but we don't do that anymore. We just do the lights and sound and stage and backline.
Yeah, it was the backline, the electrical. It's like, okay, guys, 13, 20 semis.
Oh, yeah. We just did Frozen at one of our theaters, and it was a 7-day load in and a 2-day load out, and they had 20 semis or 21.
Oh, jeez.
In a theater. A large theater, but a theater.
Right. And the average Joe, they don't realize what kind of work goes in behind the scenes with stagehands.
Oh, Lord.
Intricate work we do is incredible. It is. So thank you for your work, brother. Thank you. So let's get on. I want to talk about Gary, bass player, vocalist. Still with me, Blane? I see you're connected. Little internet trouble, maybe. Blane, I'm going to keep talking. I'm hoping you come back to me. If you disappear, I'll resend the link and we'll start where I've left off. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a little hiccup with the internet right now. Blane is still connected, I see.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Blane. We just get a little hiccup there.
Okay, yeah, I'm out in the country, so every now and then, even though I got wireless, every now and then it'll wig out on me.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. So
we're good now? We're good?
We're good now. Connection looking good.
Excellent.
Let's talk about Gary, the bass player and vocalist. Okay. Now, Gary playing bass, I've noticed some of the songs there, he's slapping that bass. He's not just picking or strumming, he's slapping it.
Oh, yeah, he can play. He can play.
Rock. And I like that because most rock or metal, they're strumming or, picking.
He's a great bassist. And up till we got him, Jonathan, our guitar player, was doing all the bass tracks because mostly the writing and recording is Jonathan and I. We do it here at my house. But now with Gary in the band, that's going to take a load off of us. And he is a thunderous bass player and a phenomenal singer with an almost 4-octave range.
I was going to go there with his vocals. He's obviously had some previous training and sung before.
Oh yeah. And he can play anything. I've known him for years, and we've worked together off and on. But he was in a Grateful Dead tribute band, so I didn't know he played what we play. I didn't even never preach it to him. And about 2 months ago, we got to talking. I went, "You play rock too, man? Why didn't you tell me that? I could have used you years ago." And then we got together, and we've been getting together, and he's a monster, man. And he's got a place to rehearse, so that's cool.
Oh, that is real cool.
Yeah, because this is difficult to find rehearsal space.
It is, and it's not cheap if you go out and rent it, that's for sure.
At all.
So, and listening to his vocals and his range, I don't run across that too often.
Well, that's why I said it took me 11 years to find somebody to replace the last singer.
I mean, very powerful, very powerful. All of you are going to take yourselves a long ways. And now to mention with Nathan on guitar, he's covering a lot with the rhythm and the lead and combining.
Oh, yeah, he's good. Well, he and I also have a blues rock band together. We just did a really large festival about 3 weeks ago in front of 5,000 people.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's a vocalist in that, but he's a old school hardcore blues rock singer, kind of out of the Howling Wolf ilk. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness! I want to send me some of those tracks. I
will. Yeah, we're called No Filter. Yeah, we're doing pretty. We were in Memphis at the Hard Rock Cafe last year and did 3 shows in Memphis. Yeah, we played the Hard Rock, and we played the Flying Saucer, and because, like I said, I was hunting a singer at the time, so we started doing that. Plus, when COVID came along, my job went to nothing, and all the clubs opened up first. So we went back to playing because we do like classic rock covers also. Sure. And then we won a contest, a blues contest. We won the regional, and we went and played in Memphis at the Hard Rock, and now we're doing festivals and all that too. So
great, brother.
That kind of came out of nowhere because November's like my heart and soul, but this has become a second. You know what I mean?
Very nice, very nice. Now I see November's just taken off. Oh yeah,
it seems like it.
Yeah, it sure is, my friend. Now, how many singles have we put out with the new lineup here?
We have 2 out, and I'm pretty sure I sent you the next one that hadn't been released yet called Running.
Yes, you did. I love that. I love that. So when do we estimate putting this all together to an EP?
As soon as I get my laptop hard drive straight, I'm getting right back on it because I have to get all of my artwork, like the artwork and most of all the credits and everything for the EP is done. But when lightning hit it, it just, and then between my job and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
I live the life and times of calamity Blane sometimes. So.
Damn, brother, I can't get a break, huh?
But I'm like kind of hard headed, so I just keep plugging away. Jonathan's like a hacker and a massive computer tech guy. So between when we get time, he's gonna come over and get it all straight. I'm fixing to put a new hard drive in the laptop. It's a lot faster, and once I get that rolling, I'll have it all at my fingertips. Like I had to get him because he's backed a lot of it up. I had to get him to send me the songs today because I would have had them to you sooner. But like I said, we got super busy with work, and these are my first days off. So thank God. I got WWE coming up in 2 days.
Busy.
That'll be 22 semis with them.
My back can't do it no more.
I'm getting there. I'm probably we were playing a lot.
Blane, you still with me? And Blane just went out again. I guess it could be the country atmosphere or Michigan really stinks at this moment. But Blane, I'm still here. I'll wait for you to connect because you're still online, I see. So we're talking with Blane Gilbert from the band November.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It went out just for a second. All right, this is a good deal. I like it.
Okay, I see what the problem is. I went in and cut where it goes to black, when you get your phone up, it'll go out. I turned that off, but obviously it won't turn off. Ain't that something? I went in and turned that off yesterday just to make sure I had it off, and it ain't working.
It does it to me sometimes. It's like I'm hitting buttons. Don't do this to me.
Well, that's why I was kind of hoping to have my laptop done by now, but it didn't work out that way.
That's good. All right, I want you to tell everybody in podcast land platforms they can find November and some of these singles you've got.
Okay, well, we're on Spotify, and that's our main one. We're on Deezer. I think I sent you a link to all of them. If you could pop it up, would be awesome. We're on everything that matters, MP3-wise, and we're also on Reverb Nation, and we're also on SoundCloud, and we're going to be on a lot more when I get time to get back to work.
Sweet.
Because I do all the promotion, all the management, 99% of the artwork, everything. And of course, now we have a label, which is a big help.
Right. I was going to ask, you're signed to a label right now. Is this the one out of UK?
Well, no, this is a different label. This is Vaughn Artists. They're out of Seattle and Tokyo, Japan.
Okay. Now, are they going to do your PR and management?
Oh, yeah. Well, I will probably still handle the management till I find somebody I can really trust, as you know how that goes. He's doing a lot. He's fixing to start kicking into promotions for us, and he's been huge for us. I've actually kind of knew him, and we were somewhat friends, and then he'd never really listened to us. So I sent him a link, and he's like, "Oh, my God, where you been?" I'm like, "Oh, right here."
Okay. Now, are they going to do your labeling and distribution?
Yes, sir. We have distribution through Orchard/Sony.
Yep. Oh, yes. I know them very well.
Right. And they're, matter of fact, there's 2 singles out right now, Blood Money and Let 'Em Burn, and they are available on all the platforms, but, most everybody's probably most familiar with Spotify, so you can get us on Spotify.
Beautiful. I know some people with Sony Orchard, and do you need to talk to your label about possibly talking to a sync licensor to get your music on commercials, movies, all that stuff?
Oh yeah, that's incoming. Me and Larry Touring, our rep, was talking about that last week, as a matter of fact. While I was at work, of course. Well, you know how the stagehand thing goes. Just hurry up and wait. So when I got time, I try to do a lot of band stuff.
Exactly. That's great, man. Well, I'm going to keep my eye on you guys. This is great stuff. And I see now you've been doing this since '96. You've accumulated a lot of fans, and it looks like they're treating you well. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I appreciate it. We've been around a long time. We had a .com for a while, and we had over 2 million people on that, and I had to let it go because the stock market crashed and other things.
Yeah.
And we're still, I've kept us alive on Facebook, and I'm eventually going to get us on Instagram. I just haven't gotten around to it, but Reverb Nation has been huge for us. And believe it or not, what really, besides the record deal that got us going back in the day, was MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace was great. I loved it.
The best music site there's ever been.
And
it was so good that we literally never left them. We went nowhere else.
I don't even know if I remember my login, but I still have my MySpace page, yes.
Yeah, mine's still there. They deleted everything off of it but like 2 pictures, but it's still there. I'd heard Justin Timberlake took it over, but I guess he never did anything with it.
That's too bad. I mean, before then, like I said, we had to come up with websites.coms. That's what I had to do.
We started out on, do you remember GeoCities?
Yes.
We started out on them. I think we're still there if they're up. We were funny. Sunset Strip Towers 4468. I still remember it.
I love it. Oh, my old handle was Acid Al 33.
I think I've run across you in the past.
You probably have.
I believe I have, because I mean there was a time, man, we knew everybody for a while.
That's great. Our paths probably have crossed. I've been doing this for 40 years. So yeah, we've been doing this.
Yeah, I've been at it a couple of months myself.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I guarantee you, we may not have talked, but I've definitely seen your stuff before because I remember the name.
Beautiful, brother. Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Now, are you guys playing out at all?
Not at the moment. Like I said, we're working Gary in, but we are rehearsing, and we haven't got together in the past 2 weeks because he works with me, so we've been nonstop. But I'm hoping we're getting together Thursday. We're going to try to do at least 2 days a week, and we got a new song I have in my mind that I'm going to try to throw it out to him because it's been a while since I've had a band in a room and wrote a song. That's how we did our first album. So I'm looking forward to throwing this out, and we all three get together and bang it out because the past however many years has just been me and Jonathan writing everything.
Oh, man. So I take it you probably got quite a few songs under your belt. We're ready to come out.
We actually do have a lot of songs. I'm hopefully in the not too distant future going to find a way to get, because we sold the rights to our first album, and get the rights to that and release it because I'm really proud of that album. And that's the one that started it all for us. It was called Welcome to the Revolution. And we have a few of those songs up on our Reverb Nation.
Okay.
It's novemberline.com or reverbnation.com/November Online. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm going to check that out too. All right. Here. Now, these 3 songs, Blood Money, Let 'Em Burn, and Running. What studio did you use?
My studio. I live in a studio. Yes, sir. I call it Novemberland.
I love it. Now, you're old school. Tell me, you got some analog equipment in there?
Yes, we do. We use vintage Marshalls that belong to my oldest brother that passed away, and I got a '57 Telly that's on. I should have sent you this. We did a version. We do cover songs from time to time, and we did a version of Highway to Hell that's still getting played all over the world. And we did a version. We used the Telly on it completely, and I used my '66 Ludwigs on everything now. Now the album you got there was recorded with my Yamaha Recording Customs. But now the Ludwigs are mic'd up, and that's all I use now, and a vintage Slingerland snare.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm all about old school. Me and the guitar player, we're vintage freaks.
I love it because I can tell in the sound, and it makes me smile big time. You know, computer stuff is okay, but give me analog.
We do use it for editing, and we do every now and then, like when we're in a hurry or we're doing just extra tracks to kind of picking things up. He'll use guitar rig, but most everything's done with the Marshalls. And he's got believe it or not, he's got a amp modeling Fender that's phenomenal. I actually was the one that turned him on to it. And we use that from time to time, and it's unbelievable. It's one of the most accurate I've ever seen.
Oh, man. And you can spend a lot of money on that equipment, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. Like the saying goes, you put $5,000 worth of equipment into a $150 car to go make $50.
That's about it, too, brother. They just don't understand. That's great. All right. No, I got fun questions I want to ask you. All right, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. All right. Now, I'm going to hit this one right here because this has had to happen. It happens to every rock player out there. embarrassing moment on stage.
Oh man, let's see.
Hmm.
Let's see. Right offhand, I remember one night I was doing a solo, and my guitar player was leaving the stage as I was doing my solo, and his cord caught one of my main cymbals and yanked it
Oh
down and
no.
almost hit himself in the head with it.
Oh no.
And then, the occasional drunk coming up and decide they're going to sing.
Oh God, yeah, it's always a great one.
And then you get a little bit of a booby flash from time to time. You might miss a note or two.
At least one or two notes are missed.
Yeah, because you're like waiting. Okay, are we done yet?
Right.
I got to go take care of this problem here now.
Oh, I remember on stage I had to turn around. I just couldn't do it. I was losing.
Well, I can't really turn around, so I'm
Right, yeah,
stuck.
you can spin around on the stool and come back.
I have done that in the past.
Oh,
As you may tell, I'm Southern. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and I grew up in the middle of the Southern Rock Revolution. I actually played
yes,
drums with Randall Hall from Leonard Skinner and Alan Collins band briefly.
it's really, that's awesome.
Yeah. Randall's one of the best people you could ever meet, man.
Oh, yeah. That is really cool, man. Okay. Well, this question I'm going to ask now, you get two answers on this. A person that's alive, a person that has passed away. Who out there would you really want to grace the stage with and perform with?
Richie Blackmore.
Oh,
And you say who's gone?
yes.
That would probably be Ronnie James Dio.
Oh, yes. Dio.
As you can tell,
boy.
I'm a big Rainbow fan.
Mm-hmm.
And Deep Purple. I met Deep Purple, got to hang out with them on the reunion tour, and that was just, I had to get up the next morning and make sure my albums were signed because I couldn't believe it happened.
I got to hang out for them a minute at a festival. Great guys. And I was going to say, when I mentioned the names of the bands that you reminded me with, I threw in Randy Rhoads for Jonathan. And that Randy Rhoads, always brings the tears to my eyes. Definitely.
Oh my God. I had a ticket to see them. They were going to be here in Jacksonville the following Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And then the plane crash happened because, the plane crash happened here in Florida.
Yeah. So
I believe they were just getting here to start the Florida run, and I didn't get to go. And like a dumbass little kid, I sold the ticket. I wished I'd have kept it. Yeah, well, $15 was a lot of money to me back then.
Yeah. Well, I think I remember my first ticket was $2.50. And I think that was
yeah. I remember we had a radio station here called 97 Wave FM, and they used to do $1.97 concerts. And I saw Ted Nugent, Styx, REO Speedwagon, and Scorpions for $1.97.
Can't beat it, man. You never do it again in this lifetime.
That's when Scorpions had Uli John Roth on guitar.
Oh, man. Amazing guitar player.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. All right. Two answers on this question here. Anywhere in the world, two stages you would like to perform on?
Our arena here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Nice.
And the Hammersmith Odeon, which I don't believe is around anymore in England, London. How many live albums have been recorded there? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. There's so many great stages around the world. I guess it's hard to choose.
I want to play every last one of them.
Well, I hope you do, brother. I mean, the way you're going.
We're working on it.
You are. And what's this? I see your quote that you put out there. The most famous band you've never heard of.
Yeah, that come out back in like the MySpace days because we were like really on fire and we had 2 million people on our .com, and there would be a lot of people would know of us, and would hear of us, and then you'd get people that didn't, and then they'd see and they'd go, "Wow, you guys are big. How have I not heard of them?" So I just to come up with that line.
Okay,
I'm one of them people that comes up with crap all the time.
That's good. I love him, brother. All right. Okay, I like this answer you're going to give me for this question here. All right. You've done festivals. You've done venues before. When you get it set up and you're behind those drums and you guys start playing a song and that crowd starts moving towards you, maybe moving a little bit, moshing a little bit, maybe you see them singing your songs. How does it hit your heart when you see that?
I get goosebumps, man, when that happens. You would almost do it for free just to hear them singing your lyrics. Because, when you're writing, as you know yourself, that's coming from your heart and your soul, man. And when people are singing what's in your heart, that's just, you can't even really write it in English language what that does to you. It's just phenomenal. Even when I go to see a concert and I'm singing and watching everybody sing the band's music, you can look at them. Like, say, somebody Def Leppard that's been doing it forever, it still hits them the same way. You can see it in their eyes when people are singing their songs back to them. There's just nothing better.
There's nothing better than to see that, hear that, and them chanting your band name or your name or whatever. It stays with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've had some of that happen. That's amazing. Amazing.
It is an amazing feeling. And you're going to get a lot more of that. I know of it, brother. Well,
I'm pretty sure because the label, they got a little bit of power, and they just had one band come back at the end of last year from Europe with Ingve. And then they had another band that not long ago finished up with ZZ Top. So they have the power to get us out there. You know what I mean?
Well, if they need a road manager for a European tour, I'll hop on that for them.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome because you got to have one. You got to have one, especially somebody that knows the place. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I guess I know a little everything, and I keep my artists in check. You get your sleep, your exercise, your food, and you won't fuck off.
All right. Well, I grew up playing sports and all, and I treat it like a sport. When it's game day, the silliness has got to go.
Exactly.
Even when I was running wild, it was the band and the music first.
Exactly.
That's why I'm the only original member still here.
Well, you're doing a great job holding it together since '96, brother.
I appreciate it because, as you probably well know, it ain't easy, especially with the revolving door.
No, my band was 85 to 97, and we could stand each other from that point. So I went into TV.
We get along like really well. Like Jonathan worked with us for a while, the guitar player. I got him a job. He was working with him for about 8 or 10 years, and everybody gets along, man. We get along. I've known Gary for years, and Jonathan remembers him when he used to work with him, so we're kind of already friends. And even when we had issues before, it really wasn't a friend thing. It would just be partaking a little much, you know what I mean?
Okay, we're cool. All right, let's see a couple more questions. I want to talk about some music here.
Yes, sir.
Well, you've had many of these moments, but can you think of one memorable moment that stands out in your career?
Well, yeah, signing my first record deal and then signing the most recent one, because you know how it is all your life. You're told, you'll never get a record deal. You need to find a job, blah, 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 blah. And then you get one and like, oh, by the way, we signed a record deal.
Oh, I hear that. I used to hear that.
I heard that all my life because, my older brothers had a band and I started trying to learn it, play at 5. So I've been around it my entire life, and I've heard it many times from many people that I thought a lot of. And, I'm like, wow, thanks for the confidence.
Exactly. Well, that's why they're in the past and not in the front.
Right. Well, that's true. And there ain't nothing like, oh, by the way, you were wrong.
That's right. I did make it. That's exactly right, brother.
Yep. Signed my second one. Just signed my second one.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful, man. And you're going to kick ass, and you guys are going a long way. Definitely.
I still appreciate it because we're going to give it everything we got one more time.
I know you will. All right, let's talk about some songs here. Okay. Let's see here. Usually I don't play music on air, but I might just do that for a second here.
That would be amazing.
Let's talk about Bloody Money. I mean, Gary slapping the hell out of the bass. I mean, his vocals are so powerful. And then you smacking the drums and Jonathan all over the place. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It's crazy. My God, guys, this is great. So let me do something here. I'm not running this through the board. I'm going to throw it through my speakers. I'm going to flip my mic around, and let's see what we can hear, okay?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, flipping the mic around, people. So, ladies and gentlemen, podcast land, this is November. We're going to play Bloody Monday, and I will kill this computer if a commercial comes up. Let's try this.
So many times they told you to slide, and now it's gone in the blink of an eye. Somebody said you'd be better off dead than all alone with a price on your head. Just when it seems to turn out good, That's when you know you've been misunderstood. You start to smile and you find that you're sad. And it's the time you begin to see and you see them coming after you. You keep on running, don't know what.
Okay, I wanted to tease him a little bit there, Blane. Amazing.
Appreciate it.
I love the crossover and the bridge work there. Man.
Yeah, we try to, we do the old school hard rock, but we try to put our little twist on it, and that's Jonathan. That song actually came from he and I. We get together quite often and just roll tape and run ideas. And I was fooling around with my telly, and that was a riff I had that he turned into that.
Oh.
And then I wrote the lyrics, of course. I write 99% of the lyrics. So.
Okay, and then you bring them to Jonathan, and he does his thing, and then Gary does his thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
well, a lot of what we do is Jonathan and I will go in the room together, and we'll throw mics up and get the drums live, and then he'll play just through the headset where I hear him, but he don't go to tape because it's a scratch track. And then I get a good drum track down, and he fills it in. We bring the bass in and all that, and then I do the vocals later.
Okay, cool. All right, Let 'Em Burn, that song. Talk to me about that song. That's a great song, too.
That was a song written kind of about I had not long been divorced, and it was just a song about letting all the bridges burn and getting on a plane or firing up your car, your hot rod, and taking off and leaving it all behind. I'm free, man.
There you go. I like that. All right, let's talk about running.
Well, running's kind of the same idea as Let 'Em Burn, oddly enough. That came from another relationship I was ending. And I was just like, you know what? I'm running from this one.
I think it says running fast here.
Yeah. Quickly.
Oh, that's funny. How many of us have those stories to tell?
What's really odd is about 3 nights ago, I talked to that one.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I try not to be enemies. You know what I mean? We're not together, and we ain't going to be together. But I don't hate you. And hey, how you doing? And, they call and check. She just wanted to see how I was doing and wanted to know how the band was doing, and so we're all cool.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you can do that with your exes.
I try. Actually, my ex-wife still comes to some of my gigs.
Oh, no. That's funny. I don't know what to do when I run into mine once in a great while out in public. It's like, oh, run and hide.
We don't do a lot of hanging out and all, but she'll come see the band. She brings her sister, and me and her sister are still friends. And because we were married a long time, and I got real close with her family and all, so I try not to burn too many bridges. There's been a couple I don't ever want to see again, but
Understandable. Blane Gilbert, my friend, my brother from the band November. It's been a pleasure having you on the podcast today. Thank you.
Yes, sir. It has been an honor.
I'm going to have you back, I say 6 months or so. I want to know where you're going, and I want the label's up to, and where you're going to be playing out and possibly touring.
Yeah, I figure in 6 months we'll have some pretty serious things to talk about. And think about, if you want to, schedule one for the other band, No Filter. We can do that too.
All right, that down right here. No Filter. Send me a link. They got a Facebook page. You got a Facebook page. Okay,
yes,
do that for me. And I'm taking July off, but we will book after that. Definitely.
That would be amazing. Just keep me, posted, and I'll take the days off and make sure I'm home.
Sounds good, Blane. I appreciate it. You tell Gary and Jonathan, thank you very much for the wonderful music you three
Hopefully
produce.
Next time I'll get them in here with us. You do post these up too, right?
Yeah, after we're done, I will post this to the platforms. It'll be there in about 5 minutes, and I'll send you the link, brother.
That'll be awesome, because I'll spread it everywhere, and I'll give it to the label and see if they can do with it.
I appreciate that. And I give a big shout out to the label again. Who are they?
Von, VON Artists.
Von Artist. I love out of
Yes,
Seattle,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Seattle and Tokyo.
Seattle and Tokyo. So everybody
and we
out
got
there.
Orchard, Sony distribution.
Beautiful. So check the band November out there. Awesome music. Get to the platforms, everybody, because I say so. Because now you're done listening to the story. Listen to the music, would you? Get off
and
your
if
butts,
you don't
people.
mind, the Spotify link I sent you, if you don't mind, post that.
I can do that. I can do
Thank
that.
you so much, man. You've been just the best. I appreciate you.
it. Well, stay in touch, Blane, and we will do this again very soon, brother. All right?
Yes, sir. Rock on, my brother.
Rock on, my brother, and everybody in podcast land. You rock on too. I'll talk to you soon, Blane. All right?
Right on, Big Al.
All right. Peace, everybody. Peace, Blane. Bye.
Bye.